Hey, good morning again. This is Rabbi Shlomo First Yeshiva Tsama Nafshi here on our second shir of the morning. We're learning Mishna Berura from Hilchos Tisha B'Av Siman Taf Kuf Nun Aleph. We are learning in Siv Beis. Like to begin reading for us, Yisrael?
Yeah, HaKodesh, Tanis. Rosh Chodesh until the Tanis, Mamatin, B'Maser, B'Motzah. We lower.
Reduce, right.
Reduce with the business dealings. The Binyan Shal Simcha. The Binyan Shal Simcha. In the building of a Simcha, for God, base Chanot, Chassis Livna. For example, a Simcha house for his son.
For example, what?
The kahol for his son.
The common custom was at the time when they make a simcha, they many times build a house to have the wedding in, and that would be also a dwelling where the couple would live.
Oh. Wow. Must be wealthy.
Well, now you should realize earlier times, I was once told, even here in Israel, to build wasn't very expensive. You basically used basic raw materials.
Right.
So that was usually fairly abundant, and labor wasn't so expensive. So, and you're talking about where there wasn't all electricity, plumbing, all these kind of things. Our apartments and houses and homes are much different than what it used to be. So
this is the time of the Shulchan Aruch?
Yeah, even before then. This is a quote from the Berura. Yeah, there's a quote from the mistaken Bryson. Yeah. So even here, I was told in Israel, like 50, 60 years ago, it conceivably could cost more for a refrigerator and appliances than the house itself. Those were expensive.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's why they have the custom to buy a house or apartment for the couple.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when my children were involved in shidduchim, I was told, well, if you're married an Israeli, they're going to want you to buy an apartment or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but nowadays it's not like it was 50 years ago. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, sure. True enough. Okay, go ahead, Yisrael.
Oh, in Binyan Shal Tzio, Bekir.
You're going to do some kind of building that's going to involve decorations with cure and plastering the walls.
Can't do that.
Yeah, not during from Rosh Chodesh.
Tzio Bekir is plaster, right?
Excuse me?
Tzio Bekir.
What's tzir?
To decorate.
Oh, and cure is decorations?
Cure is like making the walls, plastering the walls.
Tzio Shal Simcha.
It's planting. The tia is to plant. They used to have a custom also to plant trees, and also, it's translated, let's say, into our time, you want to do landscaping. You want to pull up all the hedges, and you want to put the spruce pines in, right?
Right. And that's associated with happiness?
Yeah, it's you're getting to it's like you're doing renovations. So some people have a lot of extra money, so they renovate, get a new kitchen every couple of years, and get a new lawn and landscape every couple of years. They're tired of the rose and bushes, so now they get the tulips.
Okay.
It gives an example of work and show Malokim. This is a type of a tree which would make it was like a canopy type tree that they would plant, and the kings would be very happy with such things. No team would sale. They would plant it specifically for shade. This aspect, and would gather they would gather the tzela, they would gather underneath it in its shade, right? It was much easier in earlier times to plant a tree that would provide shade than to construct a tent.
Build something.
Yeah, build something. Mini hadas and mini olim, you want to plant hedges, hadas, myrtle hedges, and olim, you make certain types of tents, canopies. Yeah? You guys, the costly, but however, if you have to have a wall which is going about to fall, it's in danger of falling, it could be a sakana, or it's going to take a lot more money once the wall falls down. It's much more difficult and costly to rebuild it, rather than if you just reinforce it while it's still standing.
Mm-hmm.
So, therefore, you can repair the wall and prevent it from falling. Alpha shoes are simply with the house, even though it's going to be simply a wall that's used for the needs of simcha, right? Nevertheless, it's still wood. It's sort of culture.
So in other words, if you wanted to have a wedding and you needed to repair this wall in order for the wedding, you could do it?
Only if it was about to fall. If it wasn't about to fall,
right.
You could do it.
Right. Okay.
And ve'ein loisim noshim. That's after the
You skipped the machaber?
Yeah.
You skipped the...
Surah mitzvah called shari. For the needs of the mitzvah, everything is permissible. Ve'ein loisim noshim, ein loisim su'is. You don't marry women during the time of Rosh HaKodesh.
Mm-hmm.
And nor do you have a festive meal to commemorate the engagement.
Terminate?
No, to commemorate the engagement. But to actually become engaged, right? You can become engaged. People can go on shidduchim during the 3 weeks, 9 days, right? If necessary, could even go on a shidduch on Tisha B'Av. If you look at Tisha B'Av, not from Mukla Oris, a person can even propose on Tisha B'Av. Why should here? So no one else should precede him and take his beloved to be away from him. And Noig Lahakmir, Shein Notion Yeshiva Asur B'Tamuz Ve'eleh Ad Achar Tisha B'Av. And we, Noig, our custom with Allah adds, is that we are accustomed not to have marriages from the time of the 17th of Tammuz until after the fast of Tisha B'Av.
So the Sephardim just do it for the...
that was Rosh HaKodesh. That was the Mechaber in Rosh HaKodesh. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. You want to take over Mr. Berura, sit down, get out? We did a little bit of this yesterday. We'll just go through it quickly again.
Mr. Berura.
It's sort of the bottom of
previous page?
Yeah, good eye. We did some of this already, but what's really good?
Aleph. To see that.
Aleph, Yud Aleph.
Oh, Yud Aleph. Yud Aleph. Memaitim b'masa u'matar. We limit. You said this is business?
Yeah.
Yesh min ha-poskim disvira lehu dehainu shalo yisa b'masa umatan shel simcha. There are those poskim that hold that it is that we do not Yisa. What's Yisa?
To marry. No, actually, no. Yisa is to. Yisa or Martin is actually to give. It literally means like to give and take. It means to trade.
We do not do business. Umatan and give gifts and give gifts of happiness. Kagon, for example, לקנות clay kesef, to buy silver vessels. O tzarchei chuppah, for the needs of the chuppah. V'chadome,
And similar.
and similar. Aval stam masa matan ein tzarich l'ma'et klal. But normal business, we are not obligated to limit at all.
Yeah.
V'yesh disvira lei dechol masa umatan tarich lema'et be'es hazos. And there are those who hold that all business is required to be limited at this time. So this time is the 9 days.
Yeah, for Rosh Chodesh onward.
V'lo ya'asof ela kidei parnasaso. And you don't ya'asof. What's ya'asof?
And you're not to Ya'asok.
Ya'asok.
Shouldn't be involved. You shouldn't be involved.
Right, to immerse yourself.
Yeah.
And you should only be involved in order to make your parnasa. So that implies the minimum you need to keep your business going, like we said yesterday.
Right.
V'chein mashma b'siman tafkuf nun dalid sof saif kaf bet. And so it is understood in this reference. Did tzarich le'ma'et b'chol masa umatan, that we are required to limit all business. Read the parentheses.
Yeah.
V'rak im hu yarid yesh lomar de have davar ha'aved
Davar ha'aved.
and only if he reduces, there is to say that
Davar ha'aved meaning really this last opinion held that circumite the kol matu matu. You have to reduce all business.
right,
And then in the parentheses of rak, only with the exception, rak im, only with the exception, im yorid, if there's going to be a market or a fair. Yesh lo'omer, there is to say the havi davar ha'avid. There is to say that this is going to be a lost opportunity, meaning if he does not davar ha'avid, davar something of it, something which is going to be lost. Meaning if he doesn't go to the fair, right, when they have the market, then he's going to lose out, because at the market they're going to be bargains he could perhaps have gotten.
right. The shari, the whole inyan im hu motzei az v'zol yoter, and it's proper. The shari,
It's permissible.
In all matters, if he will find something that is less expensive,
Right. So
much less expensive.
Right. So he's going to. He can go. Even though you really, according to this opinion, is supposed to reduce all business during these 9 days. However, if there's going to be a market, a fair, right,
Or a big sale.
right, and then he's going to be able to save a lot of money by buying something at a low cost. So then, therefore, it would be permissible. So if there's going to be a sale, yeah, but I always had the question: is it permissible to make a sale? I mean, who's going to buy is going to gain. So it's permissible to go and buy the things because it's a sale.
Right.
But is it permissible to make a sale?
I would think no.
Yeah.
Unless, well, I mean, usually the reason that they make a sale, I shouldn't say usually, sometimes the reason they make a sale is because they've got to get rid of their inventory for some reason.
Right.
So I would think that would be a pranasa. That would be he's got to do it for business reasons.
Yes, because he's really losing money. I mean, usually the sales are not, they have to cut prices.
Right. If he stores this stuff for 9 more days, it's going to cost him X amount in overhead for that. He's got a new shipment coming in.
Warehousing and this and that.
Whatever. Yeah.
Sure.
So if that's the case, I think you would be allowed.
Right.
If you're just doing it because you want to boost your business, you want to increase your sales during that time, I would think not. Makes sense?
We'll see, but let's take a look now. The last final words of the Mishnah here.
Uvismanenu nahagu lehakel b'chol zeh mishum dehakol nechshav ka'es kedei parnasa. So uvismanenu in this time.
Yes, in our time.
In our time, nahagu, we meet.
We are accustomed.
We are accustomed. Oh, minha. We are accustomed. Lahakel. I don't know what lahakel is.
To be lenient.
To be lenient in everything. In all the kinds of things. Nechshav, shav.
It's considered.
That are considered timely, case. Timely?
I mean, at this time.
At this time, necessary for pranasa?
Right. So,
Today?
Right. So the custom in our times is to continue on with business as usual because it's all considered to be that he's doing it for his livelihood. If you're doing it for your livelihood, it's permissible.
Right. So in other words, the implication is that maybe in the times of the Gemara there were more ups and downs.
Yeah.
So that you had more ability to say, I'm going to just let a down period go.
Yeah, and also like people. First of all, people were they didn't live. So much in their making a living. Making a living was an important part of their life. But it wasn't like you ask anybody, what does he do? What are you? So we will tell you 9 out of 10 times. They'll tell you what he does to make a living. That's
right.
Who and what he is.
Right.
And so what are you doing on this for to make a living? So everyone's doing everything. Could have been in other times. They had people. It was easier to make, they didn't need so much, they didn't have so many needs, so
right.
They got by with less.
So many possessions.
Yeah. So,
less materialism.
right, so they did things, the work was, they didn't have to work 9 to 5. But first of all, working, there's no one says you can't go to work, if you're an accountant, or if you're, a shoe salesman, or you're a dentist, no one says you have to, that's not master marketing, that's, he's just doing his job. No one says you have to cut down, you have to stop working your job.
Right.
So, because Manazes, those people doing business, because the concept of business is when you're trading, so that the fact that you do, a nice trade, make a nice deal, that gives you a certain satisfaction, certain joy. I'm not a dentist, but I don't know if he does a good cleaning, I don't know if that gives him a specific joy. Does a good root canal.
I don't know either.
Could be a lawyer if he makes a good case, he wins a good case. That could be.
I know, but as a computer programmer, you definitely, when you got something to work,
Yeah.
especially if you were struggling with it and it was having difficulty, I can remember like going, yeah, right in the middle of the office, and everybody's looking. But everybody understands that you're very excited about it. So yeah, I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah. Okay, let's see another one or two, a minute or two. That's just Binyan Shel Simcha. They used to make for the weddings, in preparation for the weddings, the new couple used to make special buildings, constructions of specifically for the event of the wedding.
Berura adin kol binyan she'ein tzarich lo l'diraso v'rak she'oseh kain l'harvasa ba'alma asur. Okay, so it's the law that every building that's not necessary for somebody, for him, for a apartment, and only that he does thus l'harvacha ba'alma asur. It's prohibited. It's really prohibited. But what is this word l'harvacha?
It could mean perhaps two things. Harvacha could mean just like to expand, want to make an extension, right? Make an extension. So it could be like he wants to do something, make some kind of profit. He wants to, let's say he wants to sell his house, or wants to redo the roof and paint it, or do beside the house, right? So he's only doing that in order to make the house more attractive to buyers. So that would be apparently us.
So if it's not an apartment, maybe, I don't know if it's just and or. What's this for rock? Is that or only, or is it and only?
And only, I think it's
and if it's not an apartment, it's only that he wants to do this kind of an expansion, it's prohibited. Okay, so it's not an apartment. So if you're building, if it's what we were saying, that you're building an apartment, that this is gonna be the wedding hall, and then they're gonna live in it as a house, then that's permitted. Ve'im sachar le'nachri kodem rosh chodesh be'kablanus. And if it's a reward.
He hired me.
Oh, sachar is to hire, to the renter.
So also, you're actually hiring me.
A paid person.
Yeah, you're paying.
If he hires a non-Jew before Rosh Chodesh, be'kablanus. What is that? Kablan is
a contract. You took a non-Jew on as a contractor to do a certain construction for you.
Okay. Mutar b'chol va'afilu. It's all permissible. Even Tisha B'Av Atzmo. Even on Tisha B'Av itself.
Like non-Jew can
have a contract.
You can continue on working. You can continue working.
T'nachri adata de Nafshi avi. That the non-Jew knows that his soul avi. He finds his soul.
I know, but he's working for his own self.
For his own self.
I mean, since you contracted him, right? You contracted him, and now he's taking over and he's doing everything. He said, I'll have the job done in 30 days, right?
Okay, so you're making a distinction between like a daily wage earner,
right,
where you would be paying him and telling him what to do, and somebody would just say, go get it done in 30 days, and I'm not going to micromanage it.
It's your business, you take care of it, and we'll see you in 30 days.
Behu hadin im katses im hanachri b'kablanus l'ta'er beso. Mutar l'tzarich mi ta'am zeh. So, and it's the law, if katsats, what's katsas?
That's the fixed price.
If there's a fixed price with the non-Jew in the contract to build a house,
Well, here it is.
Is that there?
It says that's the paint.
to paint a house.
No.
Permissible to paint a little bit. Mitam said mitam. From this, I don't know.
For this reason.
For this reason. Time.
Yeah.
Okay, it's permissible to paint for this reason. So they're specifically talking about painting, as opposed to something else.
No, it could be other things. Maybe he's doing plumbing. Maybe he's doing a roofing job. You know, that was a particular case that was brought in case in point.
So what's he adding here with this? We already said you can make a
I mean,
contract.
it was specific. I mean, one thing was general. He made a specific contracting job that the non-Jew is going to do a certain thing, right? In terms of general construction. And even if he's doing something specific, right?
Where he says, okay, I'm going to give you $100 and you're going to paint this barn.
Right.
But it's still, he's not a daily wage earner.
Well, that's why it's permissible.
Right. Okay. Umikol makom im yachol lifaso devar mu'at v'yamtin ad achar Tisha B'Av. Okay, so and in any case, if he's able, the faso. What's the faso?
If you can appease him.
To appease with a little something.
Yeah, like this. So he hired painting company. Now he painted. He hired Tony and Fritz's house painters, right? Tony and Fritz's house painters. So he made up with them that he wanted the house painted, and so now he realizes that they're going to be doing the work during the 9 days, right? So he can go listen. You call up Fritz or Tony or get them both together. Fritz, Tony, listen. It's not such a good time for me to do this right now. Maybe I'll give you an extra $100. Maybe you wait to start the work till another week, for another 10 days from now. So if you can give him an extra something to not to do it, that's it's your own benefit that if you push it off. So they have to kiss it off.
In other words, it's permissible, but it's better not to do it.
Yeah.
Tavo alav bracha.
He'll get a bracha. He'll be blessed.
It will come upon him a blessing.
Yes.
If he does that.
Right.
I wonder why. Because if they're not Jewish, what's the difference? They're working.
No, but they're doing the work for you.
Oh, because you're happy. It's making you happy to see the progress.
That's right.
Okay, I got it. Uveis ha-knesset mutar de have mitzvah de rabim. And in a shul, it's permissible because it's for the community.
Yeah. Okay, we'll stop here. Take a little break.